Hi everybody, it's Diane from Tattered Edges Design back again. Okay, so we did all the harvesting in the last video. And in case you forgot, it's color plunge. So you're supposed to make monochromatic collages. So that's what we were doing in case you missed it. And if you did miss it, you didn't miss a whole lot anyway. So I'm doing these on index cards just because they're handy. So I'm not sure, however, if I have enough that I want to make a focal image. I mean, yeah, now that I just set this down, like this one, there's not really a focal thing there. This one, but yes. So I'm not sure what I'm really going to do, but it is possible I might have to, look for other things. And I'll glue off camera as I often do. Okay, I don't think I like the red on there, so I'm going to trim this down. I did trim most of these. I got rid of weird angles and I fussy cut a few things. I thought I'd get that far ahead of the game. And I kind of doubt I will do all these on camera anyway. I might. I guess we'll see how fast I go. But, it's upside down, Diane. Or actually, does it go this way? It goes this way. It's sideways, Diane. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I was just going to say it is kind of late, so I know I probably won't get through this tonight anyway. That's our motto. Well, this just looks like I'm forcing a bunch of stuff. It's not looking collage-y at all to me. Well, I guess technically that's what a collage is, but of course I do not have any magazines at the ready. And I certainly don't have to use everything. Okay, if I cut this, maybe I'll have enough. Well, okay, I'm not totally, gaga over this, but it's okay. Alright, well this one I may play around with a little bit, but that's not bad. Alright, you go over there. Next. Okay, here's pink. Now you having an after dinner snack? I've got a dog rooting around in an empty bowl. They just ate. There might be remnants. Oh, I thought that was kind of funny. That was in that Bride magazine I was looking at it. That I think that's where this color came from. So I grabbed her. Now, I don't like it against that dark. And this, I cut off some other picture. I don't know, was it even this one? And I thought, well, it's pink. Maybe I should save it. And I don't have to fill up the entire card, even though that's what he did. It didn't say you have to do that. sorry to hear that tag clinking. We're still rooting around in an empty bowl. Yeah, did you get every last drop there? I guess so, because now we're getting a drink. Well, I don't love that either. Well, it's not bad, but I'm covering up most of this, which I kind of like. Are you going to mill around all night? Maybe something more down there. Or eliminate it, because it is sort of, the style doesn't go with it so much. We may eliminate that. Alright. You tentatively go there. And I'll put that aside because we didn't use it. Okay, red. Now this one, I may not have enough stuff. I'm not sure about this. Well, I don't know. It's not bad. It's not good. As weird as it is, I kind of like this negative space up there. Have I ever said that? Have I ever said I liked a negative space? I don't think so. All right. Since I've never said that, maybe we'll go with that. Okay. Orange. You know, I don't know. This is just my juvenile brain or the way I'm doing it, but it almost looks like, you know, some grade school class was assigned to cut out orange things and glue them down in your color notebook or something. I imagine that's a reflection on the way I'm doing it. Well, I think this is almost too much. Yeah, okay. Diane's gravitating towards more negative space on these? What an interesting development. All right. All right, here's that neutral, tan, beige, brown, whatever you want to call it. Actually, this is almost grayish. It's a very warm gray. This was another, I cut off a flower thing and I thought, oh, well, it's kind of beige. Maybe I should save that. Oh, and I did not, yeah, the Snickers and the cheese boxes, I just weren't going to go. They're too big. So I'll probably save that for my glue book. So yeah, don't despair. They'll get used. Yeah, this isn't, it's just not floating my boat. It's okay. But yeah, there's a lot of exposure there. Do we care? Well, I suppose if the elephant's going to be all the way to the edge, I need something on the edge over here. It's okay. Could have a little white. Alright, that one's okay. I might tweak it a little. Alright. Blue. That we had so much trouble in the prior video finding blue. Yeah, you know, if I had to guess ahead of time, you know, what trouble do you think you'll have with these colors? Which one will be the worst? Blue would not be one I would have said. And I would have thought purple, and I found that stuff right off the bat all over the place. See, so don't you get tired of being right all the time, Diane? That resurfaces again and again. No, I don't get tired of being right. Because it doesn't happen too often. I don't know. This stuff isn't cooperating. Well, this is way too turquoisey. It's not, to my eye, it's not fitting in. Okay, now that I'm doing this, I guess it should be vertical because that vase is a little tall. All right. Ruined my great idea there because it was so great, right? That's okay. Would this fit now up here? No, that's still too turquoisey. That's okay. Okay. You can get moved. Alright. The purple that we had all kinds of luck finding. There, okay, we're done. All set. It's okay. Alright, this one. I like that. But I'm not sure if we want, you know, a strip of something or a word over here or a flower filling up this green, perhaps. And am I going to remember any of this tomorrow? No. Alright, yellow, and that's it. Well, actually, this didn't take forever. Alright. What we love. I don't love spaghetti. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I do eat it. That's not bad right there. All right, boys and girls. I'm going to glue this stuff and probably come back tomorrow. So have a very pleasant night out there. Okay, I'm back. They're done. They're glued on. They're done. I don't need any other images. I had a few that didn't make it on. I'll explain that as we go here. So here's pink. This one is quite different than how I left you. Well, it's the same papers with the exception of this. I added that as a little scrapbook paper. But this one on the counter here had gotten a little jumbled, shoveled, and I couldn't quite remember how I had it. And as I was putting it back to what I thought it was, I didn't really like it that much. So I kind of rearranged this one, but it is the same stuff. All right, red. Yeah, I had, this was supposed to be like down here. But as you can see, it would have been okay. You could have gone that route. But I just didn't think, these reds are so bold that it matched so well. So I found a red zinnia. And then that left a little bit of a weird gap here. So I wanted something to fill in. That's supposed to be an abstract flower bouquet out of a magazine. So there's red. Then we've got, well, here we'll go in color order here. Orange. That one's pretty much, I think, how I left it with you. Yellow. Now this one I like, and this is pretty much how I left it. I wound up moving the flower over a little bit for where this green is. It was hitting funny, so I moved it over, and then I went, oh, that looks like a stem. That's kind of cool. So I really like the way that turned out. If you forgot, that's upside down shades, curtains, something like that. But I like that one. Green. I had a lot of trouble with green. I was doing it pretty much how I left it with you. But this was kind of big. I didn't like it so much, so I cut that down. There was a gap in here once I glued it, so I had to fill that in. There was a gap down here, so I added these. That's our motto. I got crooked. It's still kind of crooked if you really analyze it. So I added a little more green paper to try to conceal that. And then it cut off these little, plant things. So I went to the magazine and got another one and pieced it in. I don't know if you could tell. So I had kind of a lot of trouble with this, but it's okay. The end result is fine. Okay, blue. I rearranged this a little bit too. I don't know, by the time I went to put it down, I just wasn't overly thrilled with the way I had it, so I just rearranged a little bit, and I wound up using that color that I kept saying, no, that's too turquoisey. I wound up using it anyway. Okay. Purple, pretty much how I left it. Can you see there is a white border around? This image here was a little short, so I decided to just go with it and make a border. And then I had pointed out kind of a green gap here, so I filled in with some other flowers and a little bit up there. And then the tan, brown, neutral, whatever you want to call it, is a little different than how I left it. I decided to cut these two papers apart. And then if you can tell still, they had a little bit of painter's tape. It was a photo of paper up on a wall so you could figure out how to arrange your pictures. So I thought, well, maybe I should put on some painter's tape and pull in that blue. So that's what I did there. And I cheated. There was a little gap here and here that was obviously white. I thought, well, that's okay. But then when I was done, I didn't like it. So I painted that. Okay. Well, you want to peek at his? One more time to see how, you're supposed to do it. Okay, and there's how Diane did it. But I like these. I think they're pretty. And, seeing how he has it photographed in the book, keep in mind if you do this and think, oh, mine aren't like that. They're not that good. There's a lot to be said for, you know, how that's shot. If you just took this and were looking at it, maybe you wouldn't even like it at all. But seeing it this way with all these other ones, it makes a big difference. So think about that. But there, I think they're cool. They did kind of take a while. I've got, you know, quite a few here, so it took a while. But I do like them, and that goes to show, you know, I was kind of concerned. I'm not going to have focal images. I don't know, you know, but it worked out fine. Oh, I didn't point out our fun little bride here. Everywhere I put this, I didn't like it. So, which kind of proves what he was saying about you have to pay attention to values and stuff, because it's just too light. It's cutting in, it's cutting in. So there, he's right. You pay attention to values. Okay, well, thanks for joining me, folks, and have a nice day out there.